Good evening, it's meteorologist Michael Fecka. Welcome back to the 9 p.m. all-weather, all-streaming show that we do here every night during the workdays and on weekends. We stream it out to all of our streaming platforms as well as to Facebook Lives. If you are joining us from Facebook and you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them down below. Hopefully I'll be able to address any questions or comments as I go through the forecast, but if not, I'll go through at the very end and see if I can answer anything individually for you. So let's get started here. What are we looking at in terms of our headlines? Well, today was another beautiful day. We got all the way up to around 80 degrees. We had plenty of sunshine, but that smoke was still hanging around higher up in the atmosphere. So it did make the skies look a little bit more hazy and milky. That looks like it's probably even going to linger into tomorrow as well. So this wildfire smoke, it's very, very variable. So, beyond 24 hours, predicting where it goes, it can get a little bit iffy, but we are expecting it at least to linger through Monday, possibly even into Tuesday. But again, it is going to stay high enough in the atmosphere to where it's not going to impact our air quality too much down here at the surface. But it is going to be a little bit hazy at some points as you look up at the sky. So that will likely stay true here through Monday. And then we've got some warmer temperatures on the way for the beginning of the work week, Monday and Tuesday. And then even into Wednesday, we're going to start to steadily climb up through the 80s, possibly topping out at around 90 degrees on Tuesday. And then we've got some more storms headed our way for the end of next week, and that's also going to help cool us down to right around average for this time of year. So looking at our current temperatures right now, most of us are sitting in the mid to upper 60s. 65 here in Evansville, 69 for Madisonville, Henderson, and Owensboro. A little bit cooler just to the northeast of us here in Jasper at around 62 degrees. Our highs today, we got up to around 78 for our high this afternoon, 84 just to the southwest towards Paducah, 82 in Bowling Green, and around 75 up towards Indy. So overall, a very comfortable day, but still slightly below average in terms of our temperatures. Our average high for this time of year is actually right around 82 degrees. So anything below that, obviously, is going to be considered cooler than average. But talking about the haze and the smoky skies, as I mentioned before, it isn't going to be causing too much in the way of any air quality issues, but you can see that we do have that yellow circle sitting over the Evansville area indicating moderate amounts of particulate matter. So that just means that if you are unusually sensitive, you may want to avoid any strenuous activities outdoors, but for the majority of us, it's going to be a non-issue. So as long as we stay in the green and the yellow, most of us should be just fine with that air quality. But looking at the forecast for the smoke and carbon here, you can see just plumes of smoke continue to fall down from the north and kind of swirl over the Midwest there. And we've also got some Saharan dust moving in over the southeast, so that's kind of mixing with some of the smoke as well. So there's just a lot of different particles in the atmosphere, and because of that, we've actually seen some vibrant sunrises and sunsets where at least the sun itself looks super, super orange or red, and that is all because of those extra particles in the atmosphere. When sunlight hits them, they start to scatter, and it scatters out all of the other colors except for whatever you're seeing. So the sun appears more red, so it's scattering out all the other colors of the rainbow because of those extra particles. So that's just a fun little tidbit. If you're up early tomorrow morning, or maybe you want to watch the sunset tomorrow night, it usually, when there is smoke in the air, looks a lot more red. So if you get a good picture of that, please feel free to send it our way. We've also got other things to talk about going on in the sky for tonight, which I'll touch on in a second, but I do want to cover our radar here. We're pretty quiet across the tri-state. We had a shower or two pop up across portions of Union, Webster, Hopkins, and Muhlenberg County earlier this afternoon. It lasted for about a half hour, and then they started to fall back down and push off to our south. So everyone else just had a beautiful day today, and what we're expecting for tonight is we've got a geomagnetic storm. So KP index of 7, or even a little bit above 7, is forecast for tonight. And pretty much now that the sun has gone down, you are able to technically go outside and view it. Now, again, you definitely want to get away from any and all light pollution of any form, and you want to look north, and you want to look a little bit lower on the horizon. You may see a faint glow, but it's always almost better every time if you try to view it through your phone on night mode for your camera. So if you are interested in maybe checking out or getting a glimpse of a glow of of the northern lights. Tonight would be a great night to do that. That storm is peaking tonight and is going to be clear outside. So not often do we really get celestial events lining up with clear skies. So, you know, if you got nothing better to do after you're done watching the stream, go outside and see if you can check it out. Just looking at some of the comments here, I'm seeing a few folks ask some questions. We've got Laura watching from Dawson Springs. Karen asked how the weather in Illinois is going to be in the next few days. Well, at least through Tuesday, pretty much everyone here is going to be on the quieter side, at least for our portion of Illinois. Illinois as a whole, you know, I think you might be getting some showers or storms on Tuesday, but at least for our portion of Illinois, we are going to be dry here until Wednesday. So let's take a look at the timing of when we can expect any precipitation. This is beginning tonight, so we're not really going to be tracking out any issues here since we're going to be dry through tonight and tomorrow. We're just pretty much looking at sunny skies, wind direction out of the southeast, so that's really going to help warm us up. Tonight we'll drop down into the mid to upper 50s once again. Winds will be calm with mostly clear skies, and then tomorrow we'll warm right back up into the low to mid 80s for our highs. Sunny with a little bit of that wildfire haze hanging around. But looking at our temperatures here, so we continue to climb not only into the mid 80s, but also to right around 90 degrees by the time we get into Tuesday, and we hang out in the upper 80s through Wednesday before a cold front begins to move in, and that's going to help cool us down and bring us our next best chance for some showers and thunderstorms. It looks like we have almost daily chances for at least some shower or thunderstorm activity from Wednesday through next weekend. Now, the weekend portion of the forecast here still a little bit iffy. Some of the models want to clear out those showers, at least for Saturday, and then bring them back for Sunday. Other models want to clear them out or want to keep showers going through Saturday and Sunday. So that's just something we're going to have to fine tune as we get closer. But in addition to that heat coming into the tri-state, we've also have more moisture. So humidity is going to start to rise as well, especially on Tuesday, where we're expected to reach the 90s. So our dew points, it's going to be likely in the 60s, maybe probably even into the mid to upper 60s, and it's going to feel really, really muggy out there. So it is going to feel like the dog days of summer, like we're in the dead of July on Tuesday, but it's only for that one day, and then it should start to get a little bit better there and more average towards the end of this week. And as I mentioned, we've got rain chances on the way here Wednesday through the end of next weekend. So let's time all of that out here on our longer range European model. Here we are Wednesday, 5 a.m. We've got showers back off to our west, not impacting the tri-state until we get into the late afternoon and into the evening hours. We'll have a few showers pop up, and then they'll continue overnight Wednesday and into Thursday. And then that front finally begins to lift out and cross the area through Friday, but it also leaves room for a couple other waves of low pressure to slide up into our region. So that continues to keep shower chances going through Friday, but again, this model kind of wants to clear us out of here by Friday night and into Saturday, and then it doesn't really bring rain back into the forecast until we get into Sunday evening. So the GFS just kind of keeps rain going through Saturday, whereas European clears it out. But nonetheless, both models do indicate a little bit more of a unsettled weather pattern taking shape for the end of next week. So we're going to have a little bit more moisture, a couple more areas of low pressure moving through, especially compared to the quieter weather we've had over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It's going to seem like we're getting a little bit more active. But again, we're just tracking out some showers and thunderstorms as of right now. The severe weather threat for any of those days seem on the lower side, but we will be keeping a close eye on it. If anything changes, we'll let you know. But that's all I've got for our stream here at 9 p.m. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. I'm going to take that full screen so you guys can take a better look at it. But again, dry through the beginning of the work week, Monday and Tuesday, beautiful with plenty of sunshine, a little bit of that wildfire haze hanging around. That's going to make it look a little bit milky. 90 degrees by Tuesday, hanging out in the upper 80s still on Wednesday before a cold front moves in, bringing some shower activity Wednesday, Thursday, and even into next weekend with cooler temperatures into the lower 80s. So that is all I've got for the stream here. I am going to hop off of Facebook. I'll send you guys back over to 14 News at 10 for the latest news and weather headlines. Until then, everybody have a great rest of your night and stay safe.